Siamsin naw pang te na ve kuna chibai ke kahile sarbat kahia geography sin saktu kahi tunia sin dinga hile fundamentals of human geography akipanina chapter 5 primary activities ahi economic activities te kha chilina ki hiana khana primary activities nina secondary number 3 tertiary number 4 we have quaternary economic activities tom te chilina ki hiana hoi te kha aban bana next chapter en sukhom ding hi ama sapenina economic activities chi bang hiam human activities which generate income are known as economic activities mi hingten ikhutna sephiam bangham ithilbol sumuna dinga isepte kha economic activities ki chia hi ya economic activities te igenta chilina ki henthe ama sa pending na primary activities bang hiam chen khom ding hi primary activities chi chiang na activities which directly depend on the environment mo na sep the environment direct ki relate khate kha primary activities ahi or in other words it can be referred to as utilization of the earth resources such as land, water, vegetation, building materials and minerals. So people engaged in primary activities are called red collar workers. Why? Due to the outdoor nature of their work. Primary activities ti te kha building sung hiam a hi kele nuam taka in sung hoa thil na sep the chi te hi lo hi. Most of the works are directly dependent on the environment. For example, hunting, a hi kele fishing, a hi kele farming, agriculture. Hai teng kha in sunga ki bol thelo hi mole pot hian ngai outdoor pot hian ngai na sep te hi jakina people engaged in primary activities are called red collar worker. Why? Due to the outdoor nature of their work. Ama sa pending ina primary activities sa activities masa pen le poimo pen yan masarieng hunting and gathering. Hunting and gathering, it is the first economic activities known on the surface of the earth. Nidang laya thil activities dang bang ma hunting and gathering kha hovel pumpi hovel oma kipana economic activities masapena him depend on their immediate environment, depend on animals that they hunted and edible plants which they gathered. It is a primitive society and it is the oldest occupation practiced in harsh climatic condition. Oldest occupation hibana hiai hunting and gathering kha mun haksa climatic condition haksa tia kha ki practice ai they depend on animal for food, shelter and clothing. It doesn't require capital and operate at a low level of technology. The important region where this hunting and gathering is mostly practiced includes number 1 Eurasia, southern Chile, in the low latitude Amazon basin, Congo's basin and the Southeast Asian countries. Ya amia piatale ya kisuba munte kha ya hunting and gathering aki practice namunte hitang pia hi. Abanai pai sudinga pastoralism. Pastoralism is changina award zakhang eding and counting ta raising of livestock or animal husbandry. Nidang laya kha mimasate hunting and gathering ana kiripenwa ana kinga wa hi himale khovel hon changkang to zel mi hon tam zel a hi ziakina hunting and gathering kya kiripen thenolo a hi bangun human being began to realize that hunting and gathering is an unsustainable activities or not a permanent solution for their survival. So people start domesticating animals, selecting different animals according to different climatic conditions. Hunting and gathering kha ke wang na dinga hin na dinga tang no lo a hi zakina hi they began to what raise livestock gan khoi dan hun ki pantaw ve hoi kha pastoralism ki chia hi pastoralism can be further divided into nomadic herding and commercial livestock rearing. akhana dingina nomadic herding. Nomadic herding is nomads means living the life of nomads, and herding means having a group of animal or moving in a group. The important characteristic features of nomadic herding is that it is a primitive subsistence activities in which herders depend on animal for food, transport and shelter and clothing. They keep on moving from one place to another along with their animal. Each nomadic community occupies a well-identified territory as a matter of their tradition. Variety of animals are kept in different regions. Sahara and Asiatic desert we have sheep, goat and camel. In Tibet, yak. In the Andes we have llamas, and in the Arctic region reindeer. Nomadic herding is kha aganta teo to mun khata ki pana mun khata kiswan to apai to ate hiwa keep on moving from one place to another along with their livestock depending on the quality of pasture and water. Nirang laya babulai mu Jacob ai ke David ijite pol bangle nomadic herders ai hiwi agan teo to mun khata ki pana mun khata kiswan swan te hiyo. The important regions include the core region extended from the Atlantic coast of North Africa through Arabian Peninsula to central China. Second region extends in tundra region of Eurasia. And third, Southwest Africa and Madagascar. A important region te here me paimua munha North Africa, Arabian Peninsula, Middle East game laka kha na practice mamawahi wazo tundra region of Eurasia le waya Africa toloma southwestern part of Africa and Madagascar. Haya nomadic herding term poimo mama transhumans. Transhumans is a seasonal movement of people along with their herds to mountain in summer and to plains in winter. In India, we have examples like the Gujars, Bakarwals, Gadis, and Bhotias in the Himalayas. Transhumans Bangyam Chile, seasonal migration or seasonal movement of people along with their livestock from the plain areas to the mountainous region in the summer, and during the winter from the mountainous region to the plain areas. The number of pastoral nomads is decreasing all over the world due to imposition of political boundaries and new settlement plans by different countries. Number 2, we have commercial livestock rearing. Pastoralism khani na kihena number 1 nomadic herding le number 2 ka commercial livestock rearing hi commercial livestock rearing banghiam. Commercial livestock rearing, it is also the same as nomadic herding. It is related to rearing of animals. It is more organized than nomadic herding, capital intensive. It require capital. Commercial hon ke chichangina sumu na ding ahi ke business bona dinga thil ki pan khite kha commercial ke che hija kina. It is require capital, and this is practiced in permanent ranches. Nomadic herding they move from one place to another along with their livestock, but commercial livestock rearing, it is practiced in permanent ranches. Larger area are divided into different parcels. Animals are moved from one place to another. Number of animals are kept based on capacity of the pasture. Animals are like sheep, cattle, goats, and horses, and products and meat, wool, hides, and skin. This commercial livestock rearing is mostly practiced in New Zealand, Australia, Argentina, Uruguay, and USA. If you look at the figure 5.6, areas of commercial livestock rearing is given. Next, we have agriculture. Ama sa pinaka hunting and gathering ya apana pastoralism athumna akha agriculture lo suding hi. Types of agriculture: subsistence agriculture kha chini na kikhena primitive subsistence agriculture le intensive subsistence agriculture hi. Primitive subsistence agriculture chi bang ya. Primitive subsistence agriculture It is also called shifting cultivation or slash and burn agriculture. It is practiced by the tribes along the tropical region. Land holding are small, they do not use any fertilizer, changes the land frequently. After 5 years, they come back to the previous land. It is called zooming in Northeast India, Midway in South America, and Ladang in Malaysia. So this is the region where primitive subsistence agriculture is mostly practiced along the tropical region. Next we have intensive subsistence agriculture. This intensive subsistence agriculture can be further divided into two. Intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by wet paddy and intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by crops. This intensive subsistence agriculture is mostly found in the densely populated region of Monsoon Asia. Monsoon Asia akha ya intensive subsistence agriculture ki practice tam pya. We have intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by wet paddy cultivation. Dominated by rice crop. Land holdings are very small. Family labor is used. Less use of machine. Manual labor is used. Farm and manure is used. Yield per unit is high, but per labor is low. Next, we have intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by other crops. They depend on the climate, the soil, the relief. Other crops are cultivated. This is mainly practiced in the Southeast Asia. Wheat, barley, soybean, sorghum is cultivated. In India, wheat is grown in western part of the Ganga plain. Millets are grown in the western part of South India. Irrigation is used. So these are some of the important characteristic features of intensive subsistence agriculture dominated by crops other than paddy. Intensive subsistence agriculture pen kha chini na ki khena khat pen kha dominated by wet paddy. Bu chin na mo ani na pen kha dominated by other crops. Wheat, barley, soybean, sorghum chi de khong chin na mun a he. Abana plantation agriculture. Plantation agriculture, it is mostly introduced by the European in their colonized countries. British they European countries they sama pangina khobiel pumpiana changkang masapian le khobiel mun tampiana colonized te hijakona amau a colonize namun munwa agriculture and pathya penuha plantation agriculture ki hi a characteristic te yen sungaling introduced by the Europeans found in the tropics. The important crops include tea, coffee, cocoa, rubber, cotton, oil palm, sugarcane, banana, and pineapples. Large estate, capital, managerial, and technical support. Large estate plantation agriculture is it mun new chika bol hello mun lian piwa pa bol it require capital, managerial and technical support hoi taka organizedly at kolngai there here scientific method of cultivation lam lo bol banga bol mai thelo it requires scientific method of cultivation and single crop specialization mun khata hai chitam pi ki bol khom nei loi lo coffee hi coffee kia muala ching liun chen singpite huan a hi singpite huan yan mun lian pe boling a hi single crop specialization and cheap labor, good system of transport, and it is mainly for export oriented. Yen sama pangina European countries then amna gamwa ana set up agriculture pen plantation kichia. The French established cocoa and coffee plantation in West Africa. The British they set up tea gardens in India and Sri Lanka, rubber plantation in Malaysia, sugarcane and banana in the West Indies. Spanish and Americans introduced coconut and sugarcane in Philippines. The Dutch started sugarcane in Indonesia. Coffee fazendas are managed by the British in Brazil. Next we have extensive commercial grain cultivation. Extensive commercial yai article na thea le kha important characteristic te kha hun pot khiding a hi extensive is khan na sat ta kai bo na commercial chi kha sumuna ding ma grain cultivation practice in the semi-arid of mid-latitude. Wheat is the main crop. Corn, barley, oats, and rye are also grown. Land holding are large. Machine are used. Low yield per acre. Low yield per acre, but high yield per person. Why? Bangjeka low yield per acre here, but high yield per person. It's all the process of this cultivation from plucking the field to collecting of the crops are all mechanized. Machine jangin abula ki pana top tan kha machine jangin ki bola hije kha mi tam ki involve flow mo yield high yield per person but low yield per acre. Hey. Practice in the prairies, pampas, the veld, the downs, and the Canterbury plains of New Zealand. Next, we have dairy farming. Dairy farming, dairy product. Inga inan mama hiya bong noi. Ahi kira gan hing noi nei tia ki panaki bol hiya dairy product. Dairy farming. Dairy farming, it is the most advanced and efficient types of rearing of milk animals. Milk, M-I-L-C-H, milk, tichangina ganta ganhing. Noi pete here. It is highly capital intensive. Sumtampi ki involve na here animal set, storage facilities, and milking machine are used. Special emphasis is laid on breeding healthcare, highly labor intensive. There is no off season. The advantages of dairy farming is that there is no off season. Practice nearby the urban areas and industries. Development of transportation, refrigeration, pasteurization has increased the marketing. If you look at the figure 5.16, here shows the important region where dairy farming is mostly practiced. Next we have Mediterranean agriculture. Mediterranean agriculture, the important characteristics: highly specialized commercial agriculture. Highly specialized commercial agriculture here practiced in the countries around the Mediterranean Sea and also the Central Chile, Southwest Africa, Southwest Australia, and California. It is an important supplier of citrus fruits. Viticulture is a specialization of this Mediterranean agriculture. Viticulture, cultivation of grapes, here Mediterranean agriculture poimona mama hi. Best quality wine is produced from grapes in this region. The low quality grapes are used for raisin and currants. Olive and figs are also grown. Fruits and vegetables are grown in winter, which are great demand in Europe. So this is all about the Mediterranean agriculture. Now let's move on to the next, that is market gardening and horticulture. Market gardening and horticulture. The important characteristics include vegetable, fruits, and flowers are grown. Here market gardening I horticulture is vegetable, fruits, flowers. Small farm located near by urban areas. The size of the farms are very small. Urban areas good transportation is required. Labor and capital intensive. Use of irrigation, HIV seeds, fertilizer, and pesticides are used. Greenhouses and artificial heating is used in cold region. Practice in Northwest Europe, Northeast USA, and Mediterranean region. Netherlands is famous in growing tulips flowers, and the region where farmers are specialized only in the cultivation of vegetable is called truck farming. Truck farming is bangyam. Truck ching. The region where farmers are specialized only in the cultivation of vegetables. Fruits hello, flowers lay hello. Vegetables are specialized today why truck farming here. Next we have factory farming. The important characteristics includes: number one, Factory farming is also practiced in the northwestern Europe. It consists of poultry farming, livestock rearing. They are fed on factory fed stuff and carefully supervised against diseases. Heavy capital investment, veterinary services, heating and lighting is provided. Lighting, breed selection and scientific breeding is important features. Next we have cooperative farming. Cooperative farming chicha bangiya. Ela khonga le cooperative society ata mama wade to akilam dan lo naom ton lo hi. A group of farmers form a society, pool their resources to get more profit. The individual farm remain intact. Farming is a matter of cooperative initiative. Societies help farmers in getting agriculture inputs, sell the product at the most favorable terms, help in processing products at cheaper rates, practice in Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium, Sweden, and Italy. Cooperative farming pen kha apoimo mama maya mi farmers bangza hiam ten avan nei teu a resource teu kha hon ki tho khomun chin hoi ki pana kha agriculture input nasat sema kha abol khia thina dingwa avan zate hon tho khomun chin hochia kha van zuang na san phale a product zuang na san phale kha ki pan pi to ve ko hi. Collective farming. The important characteristics include social ownership for means of production and labor. It is also called as kolkhoz. It was introduced in the erstwhile USSR. Farmers pool their resources like land, livestock, labor. A small land is allowed to retain of their own to grow their own crops. Yearly targets are fixed by the government. Government fixes the product rate. Excess products is distributed among the farmers. The farmers are to pay taxes for their own land. Members are to pay according to their nature of the work. Exceptional work is rewarded by the government. So these are some of the important characteristic features of collective farming. Next we have mining. There are stages of minerals age, copper age, or bronze age, or iron age. This actual development in this mineral age started with the industrialization. Factors affecting mining activities. There are two important factors which affect mining activities. Number one, we have physical factor, and number two, economic factors. Physical factors include the size, the grade, and mode of occurrence of minerals. Physical factor is the size of the deposit of the minerals. A grade is a minerals pen hoi dan. Tilimim ahoy lo deu chiomebe. A grade is ahoy deule ahoy lo. A quality gain na here. Mode of occurrence of minerals. A mode of occurrence ko monam hiam le akipana daicikam hiam ai ket hook piam hiam chiha mode of the occurrence of minerals gena hi. Economic factors such as demand for minerals, technology available to extract the minerals, then we have capital, labor, and transportation. Method of mining. Depending on the mode of occurrence of minerals, there are two types of mining. Mining Tinioma, number one, surface mining, and number two, underground mining. Depending on the mode of occurrence of minerals. A minerals te namun le akipana daicikoma hia hike thup pe kam hia chi a kipana kha a method te ki jangdinga hi surface or open cast mining chi change kha le akipana daicika minerals ki deposit te la hia na ge na hi. Easiest and cheapest mining occur close to the surface. It requires low safety precaution, large and quick output. Number two, we have underground or shaft mining. Vertical shaft to be sunk. Minerals are extracted and sent to surface. Underground thukpia minerals deposit lakhana te gena hi, for example like those mining areas in Meghalaya, Shillong. It requires specialized drills, lift, haulage vehicles, ventilation system. This method is risky, poisonous gases, fires, floods, and caving leads to accident. It requires large investment. Developed countries are showing less interest, but developing countries are more interested due to large labor availability. So this is all about the method of mining. Yai to kha i chapter 5 fuzoding hi bangyam theisam lo omare ki contact thenaram piom gi ge ding hi ka ki pa ke